What's up, guys? It's Mr. Tricky Man, and in today's video, I think we are finally gonna start the base. Alright, here is the game plan. In this area nearby my current setup is where we're gonna turn into our base. With this sort of flat area, I'm gonna make the terrain look actually nice instead of ugly, and we'll build a bunch of different buildings on it for villagers and different functions, like a auto smelting house maybe, and even different farms, like a sugarcane, bamboo, cactus, potentially. And then up on this cliff, we're going to have even more buildings and the storage system we put in the side of the cliff side, which will look really cool when it's done. Trust me. Also, quick mention, I absolutely destroyed the sheep farm. Of course, I bred them all so there'd be a ton of babies, and then just killed a bunch of them. I needed food. Anyways, let's throw on our armor. And actually, I have some things I want to do before the building of the base. And number one is going to be going to the Enderman farm because I really need to repair my elytra. And number two is we're going to take on a trial chamber because I want to. Literally not for any other particular reason except for that. I just want to take on a trial chamber. Alright, with everything prepared to full, we are good to head out of the end and defeat a trial chamber. Now, fortunately for me, I already knew where a trial chamber was because when I didn't mark down the end portal, I had to re-find it without Eyes of Ender, just kind of by memory and looking at footage. And during that process, I ended up finding a trial chamber. Now, I looted this trial chamber with kind of no reason. Like, I didn't need anything from it. I literally just wanted to loot it just because they're fun. But next episode would have me looting a bunch of trial chambers. I mean, that episode's going to be really chaotic. But this ends up being one of the 12 trial chambers I end up looting. In counting as well. So, with that haze beacon we got, dude, mining is, like, so much better, dude, because insta-mining, it's a dream. Oh, that's right. You guys don't know what happened. Okay, let me catch you up real quick. First, I chopped down a bunch of spruce, which we would need for all the chests and whatnot. And then I chopped down some oak, as we would also be needing oak wood for the base. And with a decent amount of wood acquired from that, construction started by outlining this circle, quarter circle of what the storage system is going to be, and then I needed to dig out a very large area. But without Instamine, that takes a pretty long time. I need a haste 2 beacon, so I went and got a haste 2 beacon. Went to the nether, killed some wither skeletons to get skulls. And if you've ever done this before, you know with looting 3, it doesn't take that long. And with the 3 skulls? With the 3 skulls acquired, I fought a wither under the end because I'm too scared to fight it normally because I don't want to die. And, pretty easily secured myself a wither nether star. Can't speak today. And with another star, it's 5 glass and 3 obsidian to make the beacon. So now I just needed a bunch of iron from the iron farm, of course, to craft a full beacon, giving me haste 2. And with haste 2 acquired, I was able to mine out the rest of the hole with ease. Honestly, mining with haste 2 is just so much fun. What are these guys doing in the water, bro? They're straight up having a pool party. What the heck? Hey, guys. I mean, like, I'm really just not gonna fight because I really have no reason to. I can get as many almonds bottles as I want from my almonds bottle farm. Really no reason to fight you guys, but thanks for, cool that you, like, exist. Can they spawn in the water, or did they just go there? Or did they just, like, walk in? Alright, so we need 60 pieces of leather for the amount of item frames that we need. We have 12. Still 12. Still 12. And 12. But we do have a looting 3 sword and 23 rockets. Also, this thing is working well. I guess we can go. Well, I think we can go more grab. You think we have any more gunpowder at the raid farm? I'd like to assume so, but I'm really not sure. That's a stack of chest. That's 2 stacks. It's 3 stacks, and this is not enough. Especially because I've decided that we're not going to do 3 high, we're going to do 4 high. Because that way, we can have some which will be 4 stacks, and some which will be 2 double chests. That way, no item will get 1 double chest. See, it takes more than a stack just to go 1 row. And we gotta do it twice. The thing is, though, we got a lot of wood. Like, a lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had enough to do it, actually. Okay. So we know we're gonna need at least another stack of chest, which is 2 stacks of logs. Luckily, we don't need nearly as much spruce as intended. So we can spend most of it on chest. Okay, so we got all the chest into place, and now for the item frames. So first we're gonna have 1 row, which will just be like this. Okay, perfect. So that is my 61 slots. We have 61 slots, but we're only gonna be using 56 of them, I think. Water. But of course we're gonna have to. Well, didn't Enderman really drop 3 pearls? Can I make it back to my base in 3 ender pearls? What do we think? What do we think? Absolutely not. Ugh. I couldn't even. I didn't even make it past the river. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so now we're gonna grab every single item that we know. I have a sorting slot for, so we can use this for food. We can use this for the tools, this for the armor. Alright, so now we need to collect the items that we're going to need for the, like, item frames, like, so you know what the marking, and for that we're going to need to get every single wood type. So we'll carry around these 2 shulker boxes, and we will be filling them up with the unique items. So I'm probably going to need to get myself some more gunpowder to make firework rockets, because we're going to be doing a lot of flying if we're going to be going biome to biome. And with that, it was a big adventure to grab every wood type. Almost every wood type. Along the way, I actually grabbed myself a new dog, so I couldn't elytra back, otherwise I'd lose him. But I was able to get just about every wood type and a bunch of random mob heads. Also, the resin I would need. Of course, cherry wood, which was right by my base, both the nether woods, and down in a nearby cave, I was able to get diorite, andesite, deep slate, and tough. And then a few extra things, which I just kind of threw in the storage system. Does that skeleton have a glow squid head? It's honestly epic. Oh. How'd he get that? I don't think I have one of those. So this should be the last wood type we need. And then we can move on to other things. I decided what I needed to, like, what I wanted each chest slot to be in, like, a creative world. Like, I made a little, like, setup. So I'm just collecting all those items, and then we'll, put them in, and then I'll move everything in, and then I'll probably decorate it a little more. It's a little bland, I'd say. And boom, shakalaka, mangrove wood acquired. Well, we got ourselves mangrove wood acquired. I also got some other random things, but just throw it in here. Alright, there it is, guys. So we're just gonna drop in, grab some prismarine, drop out. Okay. I did not do what I was said at all. I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna kill this guy and hope I get the armor trim. We did not get the armor trim. That's a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping we would. But we take it anyways, you know? We did get some prismarine and a wet sponge. I don't need a sponge for anything. But it's nice. Okay, you gotta admit, that was kind of clean, not gonna lie. Swooped down, grabbed the water, and still made it back up. Alright. I've gotten everything I wanted into place. All 56 slots. We have all the wood types over here. Actually, not the nether ones. But then we have, like, nature grass-like blocks, stone-like blocks, normal stone kind of blocks, nether blocks, and kind of blocks. Ores or blocks. This may not be super useful, but sand, gravel, red sand. Then we have a few extra stone types: granite, andesite, diorite, deep slate, tough, blackstone, prismarine, brick, resin brick, purple brick, anything copper related, anything redstone related. Function blocks like chests, crafting tables, furnaces, sugar boxes. Nature, water nature, I guess. Like coral, kelp, seagrass, maybe pufferfish in there too. Food, potions, liquids, hostile mob drops, and normal mob drops, along with like honey and stuff. And down on the last row, we have the nether woods, ice, concrete, wool, terracotta, glass, and just dyes, and maybe candles and beds. Armor, weapons, tools, bows, arrows, crossbows, utilities like water bottles, shears, flint and steel. Just kind of like tools are kind of different. Firework rockets, music disc, armor trims, mob heads. This is definitely going to need more storage, but it's fine. Totems of Undying, enchantment books, normal books, paper, maps, item frames, paintings. So on and so forth. Okay, perfect. So now we have a bunch of totems here, so we don't gotta go all the way to the raid farm. We need stock. And you notice we have 2 extra large slots and 3 extra small or medium slots. And this actually would be kind of hard to expand, but at the same time, not too hard. Anyways, this place is looking really ugly. So we definitely need to spruce it up. Although, first, what we should probably do is we should probably move everything we have in here. So then I moved everything I had into there. Even visiting the starting village and stuff to really get everything. That was fun. So this place isn't exactly, it doesn't look the nicest. I'd love to put up some lanterns, but the ceiling is actually not gonna cooperate with that. How is that not perfectly even? This whole thing isn't actually perfectly... Wow. That is infuriating. But I'm just gonna say I would much prefer it. Like this. Lighting in Minecraft is just so bad. Like, can I do this? I can't. I can't even. Alright. Fixed the lighting a little bit. It's still not perfect, but it's better than it was. I mean, I always use full bright anyways. But now, you know, we won't have any mobs or any issues on that account. Actually, I should see what it looks like at night, but I think, definitely not better. We do gotta do something with this roof, though. And maybe, like, some pillars. Cause it floating isn't horrible, but I think some pillars would do it nice. So, let me see. Do I have, enough spruce, you think? Well, guys, it's been a great episode, and we've been able to make this pretty nice storage system, which should do well for all my items for a long time. Even if it's not super big, it should do good. And I don't think it looks too shabby. Obviously, okay, that was not even a good shot. Obviously, up to opinion, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it looks too bad. Also, we can't forget we got a beacon this episode. That's actually kind of a big thing. I know I didn't really fight the wither like most people would on their first attempt, but that's because I don't want to die, and I think it's okay if that's how I want to do it. We can fight it for real a different time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment, turning on that notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out, and maybe even sharing the video with some of your friends. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, God loves you. Mr. Tookie Man is out. Peace.